We were both born and raised in Stamford, Connecticut. We had lived there pretty much our entire lives. We were both born in the same hospital. Our sons were all born there. Quarantine started that first week or two of March in New England.
For me, being a nurse, when the quarantine first started, there was a lot of fear, not knowing how this was going to affect our lives.
We kind of went from church every Sunday with our kids and our family and our friends to no church.
On top of that, we had never watched church online before. That was a whole new experience now, having church in our living room.
Easter was one of those life-changing moments for our family. As Val mentioned, she was a nurse, so she was working out at a testing tent that morning. And so the boys and I got up, preparing for church, making breakfast, the whole spiel. Said, it's Easter. I mean, there's always a little bit, maybe a little more hype around Easter, right? So, we're getting ready and we're trying to make it fun and trying to keep the boys engaged. And, we had started watching the services we tried one, and it was just kind of, lackluster. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, this is not how Easter Sunday is supposed to be. And so, our friends Matt and Chrissy, we always were hearing them talk how much they loved Houston's First. And so, the boys and I flipped on the service. I flipped it on, and right as they were saying,
"He is risen."
There's nothing that our God can't do.
I got super excited. And so I was waiting for Val to come home and tell her how great it was.
He was like, "You have got to watch Houston's First. They have it going on." And I did, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I think from that Sunday forward, that's what we watched, Houston's First. We had been through a really tough time just prior to this. We left our home church, which I had been a part of my entire life. We were navigating a lot of pain that we had been through. We were definitely down spiritually.
Houston's First Online really met that need for us, especially at a time when we were, very low, and he brought it into our lives right, when we needed it the most. Val had said to me, in March, maybe this is God showing us that we need to move. And from a practical perspective, right, you think, okay, moving to go to a church. The world would look at this and say, well, this is really foolish. You don't have any family there. You only know two people in the whole city. Ultimately, raising our family in the right place and where we can be fed and where we can find other Christians to do life with. This was what we needed. I feel like I kind of got a little fooled because the weekend that we came was about 85 degrees. And so I'm not a big heat guy. Being from New England, I like to ski, and our boys play hockey. I came here at 85 and thought, okay, this is pretty good. I could do this.
We were super excited, to walk in here, for the first time, John and I in person. It was very exciting. We really enjoyed the family atmosphere that is here. Not only did we feel that there was a lot for them, but there was a lot of opportunity for us to serve. I remember sitting in Connecticut at home, watching services online, praying, God, I would love to be a part of this. When I finally got the opportunity to do it, I was overwhelmed. I had a few moments where, I remembered asking God to let me do that, and then when it actually came to fruition, it was a really wow moment for me. I think we got used to a lot of things fairly quickly.
In New England, you don't really hang out with your neighbors. When we first moved in, our neighbors were introducing themselves to us and hanging out with the kids, running around.
And we were like, what are they doing?
Yeah, why are they outside?
But now we do it, and we love it.
God's timing is not our timing, right? Because we were thinking, we're going to leave one church and we're going to immediately find this other church, not knowing that God was preparing us to move 2,000 miles away. And I think that the story is not yet finished.
You found a place to play hockey.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we play hockey at Memorial City. Super exciting. That's a big part of our family life.
Digital ministry is so significant. I think maybe we didn't realize how significant it was until we really needed it. If you're homesick or if you're away on vacation, you can still be connected. You can still worship in your living room. You can still get a word from the Lord. You might be able to hear our story and see, how it blessed and ministered to us, but we might not know, until we get to heaven, the amount of people that were touched and blessed by digital ministry.
I always go back to, why would you move for a church? And I think, why not?